In this video, we're going to take a closer look at the withdrawal strategies that will destroy your savings and ruin your retirement. As the owner of a financial planning firm, I've helped guide clients through the withdrawal strategy dilemmas that retirees face every single year by creating safe, flexible, and tailored withdrawal strategies. Now, imagine that you've been working hard for decades only to watch your nest egg dwindle faster than expected because you relied on generalized withdrawal advice, causing you to constantly worry about the security of your retirement. Today, I'll be breaking down the exact mistakes to avoid and some tips that you can use to help create an effective withdrawal strategy. So with that, let's go ahead and get into the video. The first mistake is following generalized advice. There are plenty of retirement rules of thumb out there, some of which include the standard 60-40 portfolio or needing to have some sort of multiple of your income saved as you head into retirement. And specifically for withdrawals, we often hear about the 4% rule. Now, all of these ideas are helpful, but they shouldn't be the only thing that you base your retirement decisions on. For example, the 4% rule is the idea that you can withdraw 4% of your account balance on year one of retirement and then increase that amount by inflation each subsequent year for 30 years and still never run out of money. It also assumes that your portfolio is going to be invested 50% stocks and 50% bonds. Now, to be fair, this rule is backed up by data, but it doesn't take into account that you are a human and life happens after all. So what if you retire at 50 and need your money to last longer than 30 years? Well, by following the standard rule of thumb, you run the risk of running out too soon. Or maybe on the other side of that, what if you retire at 70 and you don't need your money to last for 30 years? Well, by following the 4% rule, you might not be spending as much money as you can, causing you to miss out on the things that you would be enjoying in retirement. So instead of basing your decisions on this generalized withdrawal strategy, you should probably take a more custom or tailored approach to your situation. For example, let's say that you retire at 60 and you want to delay your Social Security until 67. Well, to do that, you're going to have to take a 7% withdrawal rate in those first 7 years to meet your retirement income needs. But once your Social Security gets started at 67, your withdrawal rate's going to drop to about 3% for the rest of your retirement. So if you're following that standard 4% rule, this would not allow you to delay your Social Security, but by taking more from your portfolio in the earlier years, this allows you to increase your Social Security benefits. That's one thing, but it's also going to lower how much you're going to need to take from your portfolio in the later years of your retirement. So by taking this more dynamic approach that's specific to you and your needs, you're able to live out your retirement dreams, increasing your fixed income and still not running out of money in the future. The second withdrawal mistake is tapping into your Roth accounts too soon. Typically, you want to delay taking money from your Roth account so that you can use the tax-free nature of the account to your advantage. Now, time is your best friend when it comes to investing, and the benefits of that time become compounded whenever that growth is happening in a tax-free account such as a Roth IRA. So by tapping into those Roth IRAs just a little bit too early, you could be giving up thousands of dollars in tax-free money that you or your heirs could enjoy in the future. Another reason not to draw from your Roth IRAs too early is because it could increase the taxes on your other accounts. For example, you might have an IRA with $1 million in it and a Roth IRA with $250,000 in it. It likely makes sense for you to spend down that IRA before your Roth to help lower your future RMDs and the tax implications of those future RMDs. Now, if you take from the Roth first, your IRA will continue to grow, creating larger RMDs for yourself and more taxes for you in the future. Now, I know it might be hard to resist the temptation of paying no tax now by drawing money out of your Roth IRAs, but you have to consider your entire retirement plan and the total amount of taxes that you could pay throughout the rest of your life. And now this brings up the third withdrawal mistake that could destroy your retirement savings, and that is taxes. It's an unfortunate truth, but it is the truth. Taxes will likely be the largest expense that you have throughout your retirement. Now, because of this, you have to have a tax-efficient withdrawal strategy. I see far too many retirees are paying more taxes than they have to because they simply aren't aware of what they can do to lower their annual tax bills. Now, to be fair, I'm all for everyone paying their fair share of taxes, but I'm not a fan of paying more than you otherwise have to. Here's an example of a poor tax strategy for withdrawals in retirement. Let's say that you're 62 with $1 million in a traditional IRA, you have $250,000 in a Roth, and about $80,000 in cash. Let's say that you started your Social Security benefits at 62 and that brings in about $2,400 per month, and you need to have $5,000 a month to meet your normal expense needs. So let's say that you go ahead and start taking money from your cash and your Roth IRA first to help make up the difference between what you need every single month and what you're getting from Social Security. Now, at first glance, this means that you're getting an income of about $72,000 that's completely tax-free because your cash and your Roth distributions are tax-free. But also, since you have no taxable income, your Social Security income effectively becomes tax-free as well, which feels great, right? Well, what's being forgotten here is the IRA that has $1 million that's tax deferred. And this might be worth upwards of $2 million or more whenever you get to RMD age in the future. And at that point, you would be forced to take more from your IRA than you'd perhaps like to, and you're going to be paying more taxes on that at that time. So instead of this, you could have delayed your Social Security benefits until full retirement age and increased your benefit by doing so, and then you can take distributions from your traditional IRA to fill up the lowest brackets first, and then draw down your tax-deferred account. This helps you avoid taking money from your Roth IRA too soon to allow for more tax-free growth, and you still have cash available to help supplement your income as needed in those early stages of retirement. So doing it this way will benefit you in a few different ways. You're going to have a higher Social Security benefit once you do turn it on at full retirement age. You're going to have more money in your tax-free Roth account. You're going to have minimal RMDs in the future on your IRAs, and you would have paid taxes on your IRA distributions at the lowest possible brackets. Now, there are plenty of other factors that aren't able to be considered here in this quick example, but being aware of the impact of taxes on your retirement plan and your nest egg is crucial to creating a secure retirement income. And the fourth and final withdrawal mistake is simply just not having a plan. Many people enter retirement with an "I'll figure it out as I go" mindset because they don't want to feel confined to a plan, or they just simply might not know where to go to get started in creating a plan for themselves. But my encouragement is this: you better create your plan before it's too late. Here's what I mean. When things are going well, markets are going up, they're at all-time highs, and you feel good about your money and your investments, that's going to be the best time to create your plan. The worst time to create your plan is whenever the markets are down 30% and you might be feeling the stress of your portfolio going down in value, emotions are running high, and you're probably just not going to be able to think very objectively. Instead of waiting until things go bad, I suggest getting your plan in place beforehand. So here's a simple way that you can get started. Number one, you need to identify how much income you're going to need in retirement, and I recommend finding two different numbers. The first one is your need to have number, and this is just the minimal amount of money that you need to have on a monthly basis to meet your basic living expenses. Think about food, gas, utilities, perhaps a mortgage. And the second number is your want to have number. This is how much you would like to have coming in each month to be able to enjoy your retirement. Now, having these two different numbers gives you a range of different outcomes to operate within and create some flexibility for yourself. And once you know your want to have number, the next step is to see how much that is on an annual basis. Now, take what that is and multiply it by 2. This equals 2 years of expenses, and this is how much you will need to have in bucket number 1, which is your cash bucket. Next, take your annual spending amount again, multiply it by 3, and this is going to equal 3 years living expenses, and this is how much you're going to want to have in bucket number 2, which is your fixed income bucket. This will be things like CDs, treasuries, or corporate bonds, and the final bucket is the rest of your retirement savings, and this will be invested in the stock funds, which is your stock bucket. The purpose of this one is to help eliminate the longevity risk or risks of inflation. So by doing this, you have assigned a purpose to all of your retirement savings. Some are designed to cover your short-term income needs, some are designed to cover your income needs a couple years from now, and some are designed to grow to help beat the rising cost of living and inflation over time. Now, when markets go south, you're going to want to pull from that cash bucket or the fixed income bucket. When things are going well and markets are going up, you're probably going to take from the stock bucket. Now, there's more complexities in this that I'm not going to throw at you today, but this simple framework will hopefully help you get started. So now that you're aware of all the mistakes that could hurt your retirement savings, you can start to take all the proper steps to ensure that you set up the best withdrawal strategy for you. But applying these strategies in your own life will come with risks, as there are just certain roadblocks and questions that are going to come up in your own situation that I've not been able to answer or cover here in this video. So if you want to book a free consultation with me where we can begin working together to ensure that you have the best path to the retirement of your dreams, click the first link in the description down below. Thanks for watching.